Hey guys, today we'll be looking at a problem and actually a solution sent to me by one of my friends, and he is having trouble debugging this. So if this is the solution he wrote, and the given problem is basically we have a 2D array of zeros and one represents land part, and when ones are connected, it makes an island. So if you see this is a island of 6 parts. So we actually want to just find the biggest island. So basically, it seems to be like finding the connected component with the highest amount of highest number of ones. And his algorithm is also the same, where he finds a one and then expands from that particular INJ coordinate, doing a DFS using a stack to basically iterate through the graph. But if we run the solution, then you would see that it immediately fails on a test case where you have probably two islands, each of 4 parts, and the output is 5. So what is going wrong with this code? So let's iterate through this code one by one and let's see where we can find the bug. Okay, right. So maximum is the placeholder which will return as the maximum number of island find. We iterate over the grid, and when we find a one, we actually do a kind of a DFS, and we try to maintain the maximum and return the maximum find. Let's go in DFS function. We declare a stack, which is standard to do a DFS. If you declare a queue, you are doing a BFS, breadth first search. Um, you put the initial coordinates in the stack and count to 0. Great. So when you pop this coordinate out, you should increase the count. Right. So while there is something in stack, um, you pop the item, that is right. You count +1, right. Um, you take out x and y coordinates, and you are assigning grid in x and y to a x, which means visited basically. So he's marking the x and y as visited. And basically in the 4 if conditions, he's checking if the neighboring coordinates are 1. If yes, then append those coordinates. Now, I think the problem is here that you can append a coordinate twice here to the stack, which means you can double, triple count a particular coordinate. So if, say, I am on position, if the grid is something like this, right? So if I put this in the stack, say I put this in the stack, and then I put the neighboring coordinates in the stack. So this is in, so the first coordinate in stack, I put neighboring in the stack, I put this in the stack, and this popped out, right? This popped out, this become an X, right? Now I expand this particular thing. I expand this particular thing, and I expand this, and I put this coordinate in the stack, the neighboring coordinate, right? Now this also popped out. This also is edged now. And I move here actually because it is a DFS. I have to continue moving, expanding from the coordinate I left behind. So I moved here, and I moved here, and I expanded this, and I have to again. I'm like again putting this particular coordinate in the stack. So this has been put in the stack twice. So this is the problem here. This is why I'm double counting in this particular solution, and the answer seems to be like 5 instead of 4. So how to avoid this, right? So basically, whenever you put a coordinate in the stack, you have to mark that coordinate with an X, and not actually do it while you're popping out. So when you put into the stack, you mark them as visited, right? So if you remove this and we mark the coordinates as X while we are putting them in stack, then it should be good to go. So we have to make y plus 1 here, y minus 1 here, x plus 1, x minus 1. So I think we have now fixed the problem of visited, and let's see if the algo runs properly now. Okay, indentation. I just need to remove this indentation part. Wait. So now this runs on the solution, and let's try to submit this solution. Okay, so R is a success solution. You can also use a BFS here, but again, you have to make sure that you are marking the nodes as visited at the correct time. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you are having any problem debugging any of your code, please feel free to share the code with me via Pastebin, and I'll try to debug the code in upcoming videos. Uh, Thanks again for watching. Like this video and keep subscribing.